The Rangers head coach certainly very pleased with the team's performance in Montreal, the way they came back in the third period, getting the tying goal from Doug Weight and the game-winning goal from Sergei Nemchinov. As I mentioned earlier, one change in the lineup tonight. Paul Broughton will be in on the right wing. He will replace Jody Hull. Rick Bowness, the coach of the Boston Bruins, who played in the National Hockey League for 9 years, was an interim head coach with the Winnipeg Jets, and the last 2 years coaching the main farm club of the Boston Bruins, taking over from Mike Milbury. Very loose guy, personable guy, very animated behind the bench, and right now having to work under very difficult conditions because he's got several injured players, including one of his top stars, Cam Neely, who was out for 2 months. John Van Beesbrook playing his third game in a row. Last season, he didn't play any back-to-back games. Tonight, he'll be playing his third consecutive game. And there is Mike Richter. He'll be the backup goaltender tonight. Mike Richter having just signed a new one-year contract. It includes a signing bonus, and then as other goaltenders sign, he will then see what the market is as far as extending the contract. That's Matt Del Giudice, who will be in goal tonight. The Bruins have 3 goaltenders. Andy Moog, of course, is number 1. The veteran Reggie Lemelin was re-signed this year. And now Matt Del Giudice, the youngster, given a chance to see what he can do. Reggie Lemelin not suiting up tonight. Andy Moog will be the backup. Del Giudice made his debut last season against Montreal. John Van Beesbrook 1-1 this season, 2.98 goals against. Faced the Bruins the other night, had an outstanding first period. Ron Hogarth is the referee tonight. Wayne Bonney and Brian Murphy are the linesmen. Again, something you don't often see, the Rangers wearing blue on home ice, the replicas of their old-time uniforms. Mark Messier opens up with John Ogrodnik on the left, Mike Gardner on the right, David Shaw and Brian Leach on defense. And the home opener is underway. And John Davidson, nice job on the pregame ceremonies. And welcome back to the booth where you belong.
You're right. Up here, not down there. Thanks, Sam. It was fun.
Good job. Great to see some of them.
Oh, my.
Those captains.
They were excited, too.
Messier. How about the ovation for Mark Messier? 2 of them. Messier was taken down. The fans calling for a penalty. Nothing happening there. The Bruins have Bob Sweeney with Peter Duras and Bobby Carpenter. Duras number 16, Sweeney number 20, Bob Carpenter number 11, the forward line. Ray Bourque, the familiar 77, and Bob Beers, number 22, on defense. This is Duras with the puck. Now it's Beers, wristed toward the net, blocked in front by David Shaw, and Gardner has the puck. Rangers change, Bruins do as well. Bourque quickly picking up the puck and outletting for Duras. Duras run into by Chris King as the puck comes all the way down, and this will be an icing on the Bruins. Stopping play.
Mark Messier's first shift was a very short shift. He just got into New York at about 5 o'clock this afternoon after having some, well, not problems with immigration, but getting immigration papers straightened out so he could get in to the United States from Canada. So his first shift was right around the 30-second mark, and I think that Messier will be very careful with his shifts and length of shifts as this game moves along.
Mark Messier in his 13th season in the National Hockey League. Young man to your right, to his left is Doug Weight, and boy, hasn't he made an impression in the first 2 games.
5-star impression in the first 2 games.
Adam Graves with Chris King and Ty Domi on the ice for the Rangers. And once again, the puck sent all the way down, and once again, we'll have an icing on the Boston Bruins. Roman Rochefort on defense. Joe Cirella injured his back in Boston and is expected to be out 7 to 10 days. There is Doug Weight with goals in each of his first 2 games. Tony Amonte wearing the shield. Sergei Nemchinov, Tim Kerr, Paul Broughton, Mark Hardy.
Joe Cirella went to see the doctor today, Sam, to have his back examined. Joey Koser skated today for the first time. I thought he had skated over the weekend. And Jan Eriksson skated. He said he's about a week away.
Had a look at Mike Richter at the end of the bench. Adam Graves and Ken Hodge for the faceoff. Stefan Quintal, number 21, to Steve Leach, number 27. Ken Hodge driving it toward the net, knocked away with a blocker by John Van Beesbrook. Patrick Skriko, number 29, the other forward for the Bruins on this line. Graves has the puck, moves it ahead for Chris King. Quintal breaks it up in center. Now Quintal getting it to Hodge. He's hit by Rochefort, and the puck sent back the other way. Picked up by Glenn Wesley, number 26. Banging it off the boards. Hardy and Patrick have come on for the Rangers on defense. Doug Waite has come on at center. Hardy with the puck. Lyndon Byers goes over to pick him up and slow him down. Played into the Boston zone, and Bourque goes for it. Ray Bourque playing his second shift already. He was pressed by Tim Kerr. Rangers have Waite, Amonte, and Kerr on the ice. Chris Nyland, nice move past Amonte. And then Nyland is ridden out of the play by Hardy. Byers' shot was stopped. Loose puck in front and finally controlled by Tony Amonte. James Patrick finds it. Leads Doug Waite. Into the Boston zone they go. It bounces past Del Judas. Galley takes a bump. Waite. That shot stopped by Del Judas. Now it's Kerr looking for it. He's hit by Galley. Stays with the puck, then it's taken away by Wes Waltz and moved out to Lyndon Byers. Byers controls, sends in. The Bruins change. We've played 3 minutes. There's no score in the game. Brian Leach across for David Shaw. Slow down at the line and take away by Gartner. Moving with Messier and Ogrodnik. Here's Messier. Back to Gartner. Offside was whistled on the play. 16:47 to go. First period at Madison. John, but I think he was moved by that ovation he got from the Rangers.
I very
fans.
much think so, Sam. You know, Canadian people, they can be very loud too, but they hide their emotions a lot more than American people do. It's a different culture in that respect. The American arenas are very quiet. They can get it up, but it's not as sustained. And I think that for Mark Messier, that introduction will be something that will forever be with him in his memory bank, and that's quite a bank that he's got already.
And I know our colleague, Mr. Greshner, has certainly had to appreciate the ovation he got.
Absolutely.
Messier in the corner, coming out with the puck, looking around to make a play. Messier circling, backhander in front is blocked. Ogrodnik looking for it, but Bourque able to get it to Chris Nyland. Nyland for Duras. Brian Leach plays it out to Messier. Off the skate of Gartner. Back the other way comes Bourque. Bourque to Nyland with a shot wide. Around the boards, kept in and blocked in front, picked up by Brian Leach. Messier for Gartner. Now Leach coming forward, pulls up, looks to make a play. Messier directing traffic. The shot saved by Del Judas as Shaw's long drive got through.
The thing about Messier, Sam, he gave Leach the puck, and then he went right over to Leach's position on the left point. A smart centerman will do that in both ends of the ice. The centerman is the quarterback in both ends of the ice, Sam. Messier filled in nicely for Leach.
Looks like a tripping call. Adam Graves went in for a hit. He took down Gary Galley, but he stuck the lug out, tripped him up. Galley slow getting up and limping a bit. But a penalty called on Graves, and the Bruins go tripping at 4:20, and the Bruins get the first power play of the game.
You'll see Graves, he wants to get in there and hit, but he was a second in behind Galley, and he did, without question, put his left foot out, catching Galley and knocking him down.
So the power play for the Bruins.
They were 1 for 5
against the Rangers.
1 for 5 in game 1 of this season for both clubs.
Moeller sending it all the way down. Rangers were perfect penalty killing against the Canadiens on Saturday night. Paul Broughton is on, number 37, with Darren Turcotte, Randy Moeller, and Norman Rochefort, the penalty killing unit. Bob Carpenter, who played a fine game against the Rangers on Thursday night, is on with Craig Janney. This is Wesley playing it across to Bourque. Bourque looking around, back to Wesley. One times it, knocked down and hit Carpenter in front. Janney, Carpenter, and Ruzicka. Ruzicka, number 38, The forward line on the power play. Janney with a puck. Carpenter set up in front. The back pass is out of the zone.
Randy Moeller again playing it very, very tough in front of Van Beesbrook. That's one area that Carpenter, Sam, is very tough.
Bourque, feet across, and the shot was blocked. Back behind the net, Janney feeding in front for Ruzicka. This is Hodge, who has come on in place of Carpenter. Janney with a puck. Hodge heading for the net again. Janney controlling. 48 seconds to go on the power play. Bourque. Now Janney. Faking the shot. Rangers holding their defense. Nemchinov has come on. He's out there high. Nemchinov gets to the carom and clears the zone. Turcotte, Moeller, and Rochefort go off. Nemchinov stays on. Janney's got the puck. Tipped by Gartner. Nemchinov and Gartner. Shaw and Hardy. And the puck out of the zone with 20 seconds to go on the Boston power play. No score in the game. A little over 6 minutes gone by. Gartner pressing. Bourque forced him back. Lost the puck. Galley has come on. This is Bob Sweeney with the puck. Sweeney against Hardy. Final seconds. And that'll do it. Graves comes out. Messier hustling for the puck was tied up by Quintal. Messier comes across again. Centering pass. Deflected away. Messier has it back. He's pulled down. The penalty call. Wes Waltz will go. Rangers get a power play. And the fans cheer the hustling effort of Mark Messier.
Neutral zone, and then in the Bruins zone, draws this penalty. He hustles and never quits hustling, even though he loses the puck. Still goes, jumping back in the play. Now he sees his team has the puck. He turns up ice, continues to work, and with that effort, draws the penalty. It took 4 Bruins to get around Messier to knock him down.
Waltz for hooking at 6:36. Messier takes a breather. Rangers power play unit has Tim Kerr, Tony Amonte, and Mike Gartner. Brian Leetch and James Patrick. Shot by Leetch was blocked. Leetch behind the back pass to Patrick. Hodge and Lazaro. Galley and Quintal for Boston. Lazaro number 14. It's knocked down by Quintal. Lazaro trying to clear. It was blocked. Now it's Hodge. Bringing it across. Leetch is there. Bruins almost had another 2-on-1.
Yeah,
and they hurt the Rangers with 2-on-1s last Thursday night.
2 short-handed goals in that game, Sam. The Bruins were outworked and out-hit by the Islanders on Saturday night. The Bruins seem to have a better work ethic here in this first period than they did in the Islander game.
Tim Kerr in the corner. Galley picks him up. Long pass was tipped by Ken Hodge out of the zone. Leetch to Patrick. Moving in. Drops it off for Kerr. Shot it wide. Now it's Leetch in the corner to Kerr. Leetch has it back. Gartner along the boards. Back to Leetch. Now to Patrick. Kerr set up down low. Gets up into the slot. The pass is off the skate. Gartner to Leetch. Now Patrick. Down low to Amonte. In front for Kerr. He just missed. They're trying to set up Tim Kerr either on the doorstep or in the slot. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Rangers change lines. Messier has come on. Messier carrying through center. Cross to Ogrodnik. Broken up at the line. Feed for Amonte. Excuse me, for Turcotte, who's come on for Amonte. Puck cleared out of the zone with 20 seconds to go on the power play. Rangers have 1 shot. With the man advantage. 11:35 to go. In this first period, no score. Rangers have called for icing the puck, sending it in from their side of the red line. Here's a look at Bob Beers, young defenseman that the Bruins are hoping will come along. Big kid who's been slowed down by injury. Started at the University of Wisconsin.
2 years ago, a real bad leg fracture, Sam, in a playoff game with Washington. Into the lineup as one of the players, Big Featherstone, is out. He has a hip pointer. He was given a stick, or so they said, a cross-check from Vakota of the Islanders, and that developed into a fight that Vakota threw a pretty good right hand in.
Beers started at the University of Maine. It was Bice, John Bice, who is at Maine now, is a former Wisconsin star.
You know, Sam, this is an opening night for many other new Rangers aside from Mark Messier, and it may take a period for the nerves to settle down on what was quite a celebration.
Power play is over. Each team 0 for 1 on the power play. Rangers had one shot on goal with a man advantage. Bork working over Graves. Graves staying with the puck. Gets a little help from Moeller. Now it's Broughton. Broughton against Beers. Nemchinov to Rochefort. Backhander is blocked. Bruins get to the puck and get it clear. Wes Waltz sending it across. Played in by Skriko. 10:45 to go in the first period. No scores. Sergei Nemchinov. One of those nights where he was the hero in Montreal. Nobody could talk to him. There was no interpreter there.
I tried. Never even smiled. He smiled when he scored, though.
Oh, boy. Byers sending it in. Hardy going back for the puck. Over skates. Rangers control. Doug Waite has it. For King, and it was broken up by Matt Hervey, number 43, rookie defenseman. Hardy playing it into the Boston zone. King racing for it. Del Judas plays it up the boards. Stopped by Hardy toward the net. Knocked down. Picked up by Waite. Waite heading in. Waite shoots wide. Ruzicka able to clear the zone. Midway point, first period, no score. Very few shots on goal. Rangers only 3. Bruins 2. King with a back pass.
And remember, each team's had a power play.
Ruzicka cleared the puck out of the zone. Shaw playing it across for Waite. Bruins get to it. Played ahead and knocked aside. Domi on the ice.
Domi and Byers nearly had a fight. Byers was just finishing a shift, and the linesman got in between the two.
Wesley taken away by Waite. His shot is sticked aside by Del Judas. Good hit by Quintal in the corner. Domi trying to keep the puck in. Kept in by David Shaw, then forced out by Jeff Lazaro. Del Judas stops it behind the net. Saw Reggie Lemelin before tonight's game. He was very philosophical about the youngster taking over. Here's a 2-on-1. Leach has it swept aside by Glenn Wesley. Beautiful play by Wesley. Jeff Lazaro outlets.
Wesley's partner, Quintal, got caught up ice. Set up the 2-on-1, almost a 3-on-1. Wesley had one play, Sam, and he made the play by leaving his feet and sweeping the puck away from Brian Leach.
Messier with a puck at 8:45 to go in the first period. No score. Messier gets to it. Bork slows him down. Gets it out to Janney. Taken off the boards by Duras. He's run into by Rochefort. Shaw to Rochefort. Amante on with Turcotte and Gartner now. Duras feeding ahead. Shot by Skriko, saved by Van Beesbrook. Sweeney going at the rebound. Lifted it high and over the net.
Always remember, Skriko uses the wrist shot. A goaltender has to be aware.
Amante trying to beat Beers. And it went wide with a shot. What a move by Tony Amante.
He's a left-handed shot coming off the right side, Sam. He increased his angle for the shot.
Duras working against Rochefort. Duras looks to make a play. Bob Sweeney's got it along the boards. He's taken out by Moeller. Puck worked out to center to Amante. He showed some speed that time. Turcotte across the line. Wrist shot hit the post. And Del Judas stops it. Did not get a whistle. It squirted loose. Now he dives on top. Rangers showing some speed. First it was Amante. Then it was Turcotte. And Turcotte.
You know, Sam, I remember talking to Scotty Bowman a few years ago. He said he saw Tony Amante play. He says he reminds him of a young Yvon Cournoyer. Watch this move cutting to the middle, and there's the shot. I'm not saying Amante will develop into a Cournoyer, but I'm saying he reminded Scotty of that young man. Now watch Turcotte. He's always had the good shot. He tries to use the screen and snap it, but it comes off the goalpost. Exciting plays.
Oof. 7:34 to go, first period, no score. Rangers have Nemchinov with Graves and Broughton on. Ruzicka has trouble with the puck, then he gets it out of the zone. Rangers come back in. Shot by Broughton goes wide. Shot by Hardy is stopped by Del Judas. And Hodge able to clear the zone. Steve Leach, number 27, picks it up. Leach tried to get it through. It was blocked. Leach had a goal Saturday night against the Islanders. Puck moved around by Hardy. Rangers unable to clear. It's taken back. And Van Beesbrook, jumping on that backhander by Quintal, was able to push it over the top. Loose puck in front. Broughton was tied up. Quintal able to clear the zone. And this will be an icing. Shaw touches up. Play stops with 6:42 to go. And speaking of pretty good captains, there's a pretty good one for the Boston Bruins.
Not bad. 4 Norris trophies as a 30-year-old. You know what he does more than anything, too, and the Rangers are hoping that'll happen from Messier. He makes an average player a better player, especially Bourque as the defenseman. If they're average, he'll bring out a little better level of play from them.
Shot by Leach went wide. Messier winning the faceoff. He had some problems Saturday night in Montreal. He starts off with a good win there.
He just said absolutely no stamina, and it may take a while. He practiced yesterday in Montreal, did not skate this morning, but it will take a couple of weeks before he really rounds into top form.
We're bringing back some great names tonight. You saw them on the ice. Messier centering. Will also bring back a great former referee. Duras gets pulled down, and a penalty's coming up on Brian Leach as the puck hit the post. Slid to the post and was stayed out and then cleared out of the crease. But Leach will go off for pulling down Peter Duras. 6:08 to go. Watch this. As Duras is tugged down by Leach, and the shot trickled through, hit the post.
From healthcare workers on the front lines to first responders, transportation employees, and more, New York is coming together to make it through this difficult time. And Chase and Madison Square Garden thank all those who are helping us. Every week for 8 weeks, we're placing takeout orders from small business restaurants and delivering them to essential workers throughout the tri-state. Plus, to help hungry Americans wherever they are, we're making a donation to the World's Central Kitchen. Chase and Madison Square Garden are proud to partner together to deliver free meals to the home team heroes of our city.
Brian Leach for hooking at 13:52. Bruins' second power play of the game. 0 for 1 in the game and 2 for 14 on the season.
Seems like Janney is just playing
1 for 14.
Janney just playing the power play to this point. He had a Bursar sack removed from his elbow, and that's got to be bothering him. But he, remember, had 24 power play assists last year. He's tremendously talented at setting up plays.
Wesley and Bourque play the points for Boston. Wesley with the puck now. Ruzicka, Sweeney, and Janney up front. That shot deflected wide. Rangers have Turcotte and Messier on the ice with Moeller and Rochefort. Ruzicka with the puck. Wesley to Bourque for the shot that's blocked by Turcotte and cleared. I started to mention one of the all-time great referees, a Hall of Famer, and a former New York Rangers broadcaster. The big whistle, Bill Chadwick, will join us on the microphones in the second period.
Looks
up here
great.
already. He's already jabbing at us. Janney set up for Wesley. Down to Ruzicka, swung and missed. Strike one. Oh, baseball's over for now. Bourque across. Wesley to Bourque. Along the boards, Janney centering pass deflected in front. Again, a shot by Sweeney. Van Beesbrook's got it.
Sweeney, Sam, is a talented player. He got in front and was able to take a couple of swipes at the puck. Van Beesbrook dropped down, kept his left leg parallel to the ice, hard against the ice surface, and took away the low shot. You'll see the fine pass across to Sweeney, who's on the left side. He skates in front, one shot, two shot, and Van Beesbrook was able to keep his leg from allowing the puck to beat him. Janney and Ruzicka, two talented playmakers, moved the puck out to Sweeney. Sweeney never did get knocked over.
5:02 to go in the first period. No score in the game. Messier wins the faceoff on goal. Van Beesbrook had the stick on it. Duras takes it away from Hardy. Penalty called. Bruins will have a two-man advantage. David Shaw for tripping.
Puck was in behind Sam Van Beesbrook. And Shaw was in front. I believe it was Hodge that he knocked over. Duras is a strong player, and you'll see him move the puck out front. That was not Hodge. That was knocked over. Skriko, pardon me. David Shaw knocked his feet out. 4:54 remaining in the first period. 45 seconds yet in the Brian Leach minor, and now 2 minutes to David Shaw. Two defensemen.
And the pair that play together, right. Shaw for tripping at 15:06.
Roger Nielsen did some fine coaching, I understand, after the second period in Montreal. He let the players know what he thought of their play in the second period, let them elevate their play in the third period. Eventually, the Rangers won it in overtime. Players were all talking about it. Roger got the job done.
So now it is Messier, Patrick, and Hardy.
Face-off's important when you're 2 men down. If you win a draw, it can knock 10-15 seconds off the penalty if you move the puck out of the zone.
Patrick hounded by Janney. Sweeney moves it to the point man Bourque. Quickly across to Bob Beers. Beers moving in. Tipped by Messier and out of the zone. 30 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage. Sweeney's pass blocked by Patrick. Messier able to clear the zone. Couple of big plays. Now Janney. Beers slowed down by Messier. Brought across by Bourque. 15 seconds in the 2-man advantage. Bourque looking. Long pass across to Beers. Beers winds up the shot. Save Van Beesbrook. He's got it.
That was a blast through a screen. The shot itself was a little bit too high. Van Beesbrook just played the angle, stood there, and allowed the puck to hit him. 7 seconds remaining now to the minor to Leach. You'll see the puck back. Beers has it. He increases his shooting angle, and you see the big screen set up in front by Ruzicka. Tried to get out of the way of the shot, did so, but screened Van Beesbrook, who held on.
John Van Beesbrook, 3 in a row. And I know you goaltenders thrive on that work.
Oh, I love it, especially when you're in good shape early in the season. Van Beesbrook wants to play. He was told this morning he would get the start and appears ready.
Bourque to Wesley. He holds, back to Bourque. Fakes the shot, slid it in front to Ruzicka. His shot blocked. Brian Leach is back. It's a 5-on-4. Set up for Sweeney. Save Van Beesbrook. Knocked aside by Rochefort. Blasts it up the boards and out.
Van Beesbrook with some timely net minding. Big Bob Sweeney getting the best scoring chances for the Bruins.
55 seconds to go in the 5-on-4 power play advantage for the Bruins. Skriko feeding it to the side to Janney. Janney set up for Wesley. Broken up by Turcotte. Graves pushes it out of the zone. Bourque wheeling back. Adam Graves forcing him. Wesley looking for Skriko. Goes behind him. Rochefort back for the puck. Icing on the Bruins. 30 seconds to go in the Boston power play. 3:24 to go in the first period. There is no score in the game. Remember, when you're having good times with friends, use good sense and drink responsibly, please. Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser.
Sam, when Sweeney was standing in front, he stands still and he darts to a spot. And there you see him come into the spot to take the pass. And the Beezer, Johnny Van Beesbrook, with a good save.
I didn't know you were on a first-name basis with him like that.
You know how much he beat me this summer? Golf? I shouldn't say how much for, because that's not legal.
You haven't learned yet.
Oh, that's right.
Gary Galley carrying the puck. He's on with Beers. Doris Hodge up front. This is Beers. The shot blocked by Rochefort. Couldn't clear. Rochefort tries again, and he does. And that's going to do it. Excellent job of penalty killing by the Rangers. Some good goaltending by John Van Beesbrook. Final seconds of the power play, which had a 46-second 2-man advantage. Teams at full strength. Skriko with a puck. 2:50 to go. First period. No score. Peter Doris in the corner against Doug Waite.
David Shaw playing left wing now as the Rangers have 3 defensemen on the ice. Now he'll be able to get over for a change.
Doug Waite carrying. Waite trying to beat Beers. Patrick comes in. Patrick grabbed from behind by Skriko. Skriko takes the puck and moves it up the boards for Ken Hodge. Hodge with Doris. And Hodge drops it in. Bruins change. Tim Kerr has the puck. Leaves it for Shaw. Shaw with Leach. Kerr, Almonte and Waite, stolen by Nyland. He moves in. He fakes. He shoots wide. Big chance for Chris Nyland. Matt Hervey playing it down low. Nyland checked by Shaw. Byers is hit there by Waite. Byers looking for the puck. Waite gave it away. Van Beesbrook makes the save in front on Doris. Or rather on Wes Waltz, excuse me. Shaw trying to move it, and they do. Waite picks it up. Waite taken out of the play. Rochefort drives it in. Del Judas stops it with 1:38 to go in this first period. There's no score. Following the first period, Bruce Beck's special guest in the studio will be Mike Richter.
I hope he takes us out to dinner on the road. He better. And buys. He better. More than once. Come on with us, Bill. Mr. Chadwick up in the booth. He can join us too on the road, huh?
That'd be fun. Here's a shot by O'Grodnik, a save. Here's Messier with a puck. Now it's Gartner. Messier trying to center. It was tipped. Rochefort keeping it in. The backhander going wide. Under a minute to go in the first period. Messier battling Quintal for the puck. Worked free by O'Grodnik. He's tied up with Jenny. Centering pass intercepted by Bork, and he clears the zone. Moeller back for it. Plays it up the boards for Gartner. Got it away from O'Grodnik back into the Rangers zone. Moeller's got it. Wesley takes it back.
Moeller make the smart play, Sam. He got the puck out of the zone off the boards.
That shot, good save, Van Beesbrook off Steve Leach.
Leach scored a goal against the Islanders on a similar play. He moved in. He was on the far side of the ice, his left wing, and snapped a shot with a great wrist shot to the glove side that beat Glenn Healy. Here's a similar play. The Bruins move the puck up ice nice. Leach comes through the middle. It's a right-handed shot. And boy, he used the defenseman as a screen. Van Beesbrook with another fine save. Leach showing a pretty good snapshot. He was not happy at all, Sam, with his offense last year playing with Washington. And I think that's one of the main reasons he got traded. He was an offensive player when he played for the University of New Hampshire. And it looks like for the Bruins, he's got every opportunity to provide offense.
Bob Sweeney against Sergei Nemchinov for the faceoff. Patrick away with the puck. Plays it down the boards, under 20 seconds. There you see the time left in the first period. No score in the game. Good hit by Graves. Broughton shooting. Del Judas has got... Mark Messier with Mike Gartner on the right, John O'Grodnik on the left, Brian Leach and David Shaw on defense. Bob Sweeney, Vladimir Ruzicka on the ice, Stephen Leach, Ray Bork, and Bob Beers. Rangers move down. O'Grodnik with Leach, 2-on-1, save Del Judas. The rebound goes wide. Gartner with the puck. Rangers come out flying early. Messier against Sweeney. O'Grodnik is there. And the Bruins work it clear. Steve Leach. Brian Leach goes over. And O'Grodnik able to clear it out.
Sam, at even strength, we've seen this matchup a lot here already. Roger Nielsen wants to keep Mark Messier on the ice against the Bruins' biggest centerman, Bob Sweeney. We've seen that throughout the game to this point at even strength.
Bill, what are your thoughts of the trade for Messier?
I think it's one of the best trades, if not the best trade, that I can ever remember the Rangers making. I was not a fan of Bernie Nichols. I thought Bernie Nichols hurt the team as much as he helped it. This kid is all hockey player, and you know, Sam and John, it is my opinion that it isn't that important that Messier do all the scoring. The way he plays and the way he carries himself will rub off on the other players on the New York Rangers.
Bill, he's 30 years of age with lots of hockey experience. How many years do you think he has left?
I would say a type of hockey player like Messier, I would give him at least 5.
That's good news for Rangers fans.
Would be thrilled with that.
Well, I'm impressed with the Rangers, and particularly more impressed with Messier being part of the team. But what the team has this year that I've noticed is they've got more size, and besides that, they're a hell of a lot faster than they were in years gone by.
Patrick sending it across to Doug Waite. Waite on with Amonte and Kerr. Bruins take it back. No score in the game. A minute 20 gone by in the second period. Craig Janney trying to beat Mark Hardy. Pass was blocked, kept in. Quintal to the net. Save Van Beesbrook, and a whistle. Looks like penalties have been handed out.
I think one to each team, Sam. Patrick and Carpenter may both go. Big save by Van Beesbrook on the breakaway.
If you've been seriously hurt in a motor vehicle or slip and fall accident, you need the right lawyer, one who lives in New York and knows New York courts. For the past 40 years, we've represented over 20,000 New Yorkers and gotten them the money they deserve. I'll tell you something else. A man works hard to get to my position. A woman has to work 10 times as hard. Let's get to work.
Call Michelle Merman at 1-800-HURT-NOW. Justice is no accident with the right lawyer.
Bobby Carpenter, the only penalty called, interference at 125.
As Quintel moved in on Van Beesbrook, well, first of all, you'll see 3 Rangers move by the loose puck right here near the blue line. 3 of them go by it. In comes Quintel. Now coming in front is Carpenter, knocking over Patrick before he could get in front.
John, isn't that the new rule that if you go in the crease, it's an interference call automatically? It's like the goaltender shooting the puck out of the building.
Now, as a referee or a past referee, what do you think about all these new rules?
Well, I personally think the crease is good for guys your size, but the normal goaltender can't shoot.
Rangers power play, their second of the game. They're 0 for 1. Brian Leetch with a snapper, deflected. Kerr just missed it, then he got knocked into the net.
Del Judas underneath the 225-pound Tim Kerr.
Kerr gets up smiling, so he's okay.
Del Judas this afternoon at 2 o'clock called his father, Sam, to tell him he was playing, and his dad goes, "You're kidding. I don't think I can make it." So he must have had a prior commitment, not able to get here to New York to watch his son play. Matt Del Judas, growing up in New Haven, grew up a Ranger fan, and in particular a big fan of John Van Beesbrook, his counterpart, for tonight's action.
Talking about John Van Beesbrook, he acts like he wants that job.
Yes, doesn't he? Or proving to the league that he's still got #1 written all over him.
Kerr, Amonte, and Gartner, Leetch and Patrick for the Rangers power play. Patrick to Leetch. That's Wes Waltz and Ken Hodge out there. Kerr shoots, and a save by Del Judas. Good setup. That's what the Rangers want to do. Amonte shoots. He hit the crossbar. Gartner has it. Gartner shoots. Now Amonte shoots. And let's see, there's no signal. Rangers think it's in. Del Judas sat on top of it. We may have a replay here.
Well, what's interesting here is the referee was on the far side of the ice. The puck was near the inside of the goalpost on this side of the ice, and the goal pad screened off the view of the referee. And referees, I'm not so sure, want to see instant replay, Sam. Well, watch the referee. See his skates on the far side of the ice? Now the puck is behind or underneath Del Judas, and you can't tell if it's in or not.
The way Del Judas is handling that glove and foot, John, it looked like he was reaching back for it.
That's exactly right. I'm not so sure Del Judas knew where it was, but he was smart enough to not move too much and to cover up the area. It does not look like the replay will be used here as the players and referees prepare to drop the puck. There's the shot by Amonte. Oh man, that's some close. The referee's in behind. Maybe he did see that it didn't cross the line.
He was in a perfect position to see that. He was on the far side,
yeah, and the light never came on either.
Right, never went on. Amonte thought he had it, but it did not go in. Rangers power play continues. 1:15 to go on the man advantage. Puck deflects across. Bruins able to get it clear. Steve Leetch sending it all the way down. Leetch on with Bob Sweeney. Ray Bourque and Bob Beers. 1 minute to go on the power play. Tony Amonte on the move. Around the boards to Gartner. Now to Kerr. Couldn't tee up a shot. Got belted down by Beers.
That's a big time body check. Tim Kerr had to look down to see the puck, and Beers just put a shoulder into his chest.
I wonder if he got the number of that truck.
Messier on now. 35 seconds to go on the power play. Messier to Leetch. Ogrodnik heads to the net. Leetch pulls up. Pass across off the stick of Turcotte. Ogrodnik has it, picked up by Beers. Messier looking, waiting. Ogrodnik, save Del Judas.
Oh, nice play. See what happened first of all was Ogrodnik was in a far corner, and he waited with the puck until a Bruin came to him. Once that happened, he dumped the puck off to Messier, that got into a shooting position, and then Messier found the open Ogrodnik, who had gone to the net.
John, it seems to me that Messier has taken a page out of Gretzky's book. In both the first period and the second period, I've noticed he's been behind the net an awful lot, trying to get it out front. And with a guy like Kerr, that could create a lot of scoring.
Absolutely. Well, it certainly created one right there. Talk about that truck. Take a look at this.
Oh, he said, pardon me.
16:49 to go in the second period. No score in the game. 14 seconds remaining in the Rangers power play. Turcotte, Messier, and Ogrodnik. Leach and Moeller. Leach winds up with a shot wide. Turcotte gets to it. He's double teamed, but it was cleared out by the Bruins. And once again, the Rangers power play is denied. Rangers had 3 shots on goal on the power play. Teams at full strength. 3.5 minutes gone by second period. Sam Rosen, John Davidson, and the big whistle, Bill Chadwick here. Turcotte saved Del Judas, and a penalty called. The crowd helped him out. Messier was taken down. Hogarth heard the crowd roar, Bill, and then he called the penalty. We'll be back to talk about 3:41.
Take a look as you see Doris, number 16, move back in and knocks down James Patrick and then keeps him down. Bill, what about the crowd effect on referees?
Well, in that particular case, that was all a penalty no matter what happened. But crowd does affect some referees. It makes referees cognizant, some of them. Others go against the crowd purposely. And the best referee is that it can paint it all out.
Wear the earplugs, right? Rangers third power play. Patrick sending it across. And sent down the ice by Bob Beers. Patrick and Leach. Kerr, Gartner, and Amante for the power play. Patrick playing it off the end glass. Kerr going for it. He's tied up. Gartner finds the puck. Now Brian Leach. Toward the net. Saved Del Judas. Gartner to the rebound. Around the net for Amante. The scramble is on. Kerr is tied up. Couldn't find the puck. Amante is bumped by Ken Hodge, who clears.
And Amante, John, is going to be quite a hockey player. I'll predict right now he gets plus 30 goals.
Gotta love that. Ray Bork's had his hands full here with Tim Kerr in front.
Messier playing it back to Moeller. Around to Messier behind the net. Messier sets it up. Ogrodnik is down low in front. Bork on Messier. Brian Leach has the puck. Back to Messier. Now it's Randy Moeller. Long shot. Knocked down in front. Turcotte couldn't get there. Ogrodnik's got the puck. 35 seconds in the power play. Moeller toward the net. Stick to side by Del Judas. Around for Messier. Quintal has him. Ogrodnik shoots, and it was deflected wide by Bork. Bork intercepts the pass. Quite a battle of stars on the ice here. Ray Bork doing a great job for the Bruins, who were able to clear as Hodge sent it down the ice. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. 14:30 to go, second period, no score. Turcotte shoots. Saved Del Judas, and he holds it. Good shot.
We've seen some great goaltending in his first and second period.
At both ends of the ice.
At both ends.
The rookie Del Judas proving that he belongs as a member of the goaltending department for Boston. This is a tricky high shot that appears to be redirected. Turcotte seems as though Sam and Bill his bad wrist is getting stronger. He's shooting the puck a lot more here in game 3 than what he did in games 1 and 2.
I agree with you, John. That seemed to deflect off with Boston defenseman's stick and took a rise.
Bill, we were talking during the first period about Amante. Scotty Bowman told me a couple of years ago that a young player that played for him by the name of Yvon Cournoyer's style reminded him of Amante. Do you concur?
I do concur, and what I appreciate about Amante is, to me, he's got 3 or 4 different speeds. Yeah. Bobby Orr used to have 10. To have 4, Amante is a type of kid. He seems to explode in cases.
That shot just went wide. Shaw sliding it through. Broughton behind the net. Teams are back at full strength. With 14:15 to go, second period, no score. Rangers now 0 for 3 on the power play. So are the Bruins. Broughton picked up by Matt Hervey. Graves. Graves centers, just missed by Nemchinov, and it's taken out by Bob Sweeney. Sweeney with Duras on his right. Broken up in front. Good play by David Shaw. Broughton moving down, is pulled down. Fans roar. This time Hogarth says nothing doing. Galley across. Wes Waltz winds up. Save Van Beesbrook. The rebound cleared aside by David Shaw. Rangers come out. Paul Broughton. Galley takes the puck back and clears the zone. Wes Waltz. How about seeing the teams in the old-time sweaters, Bill? The Rangers wearing blue at home.
I think the National Hockey League should come to the point where they wear half their road uniforms here and half on the road.
Yeah, it certainly looks nice, the dark colors. I think the league should be congratulated, John Halligan in particular, for the 75-year anniversary and the old-time hockey, the train rides, the sweaters. Beautiful. You were telling us you refereed your first game in the National Hockey League 52 years ago.
1939.
Isn't that something? Congratulations, Bill.
And that was a pretty good year, wasn't it?
That was an all-star game, an old-timers game in St. Louis. I didn't know I was that good looking.
They were just given a nice ovation by the fans here in the Garden as they announced that you were up here with us, Bill. Real nice stuff.
They've been great to me.
Just under 13 minutes to go, second period, no score in the game. Tim Kerr moving across with a puck. Taken out of the play, centered by Waite and intercepted by the Bruins. Big collision along the boards. Wesley with a good hit on Amante. Waite checked by Quintal. Waite keeps it alive. Good work by Doug Waite. He's strong along the boards. Puck cleared down. And icing called on the Bruins. John, we were talking about Doug Waite prior to tonight's game and commenting about how strong he is on his skates.
Well, you know, you hate comparing people all the time, and maybe that's not the right thing to do, but you look at Doug Waite and you see the way he played in his first two games in Boston and Montreal, two tough arenas. He's very tough on his skates. There you see a pretty good hit by Wesley on Amante and Tim Kerr working. Look at Waite. Look how strong he is. He doesn't go down easy. There's a couple of Bruins on him there, and he continues to work and make the play. That's how Brian Trottier played when he turned pro. Trottier is not real big, but he was so darn strong and still is. You couldn't knock him over. When he hit, it hurts you. When you hit him, it hurts you when you hit him. And he didn't go over.
He was like a fire plug.
Yeah, what we've seen here is Waite. Now, I don't know if Waite will ever have the offensive abilities that the great Brian Trottier had. But, you know, you like to compare and you look and you try to project and have some fun with it. Well, there's some similarities there.
He's right at home, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks good. Shot by Chris King, and that hit the post. Rangers have had two posts and a crossbar. Carpenter moves in, and he was tied up by James Patrick.
Yeah, Van Beesbrook challenged him. Sam took the angle away, and then Patrick was able to get across. Craig Janney is a great passer, and he just threw a great pass to set up Carpenter.
Fans roar. Domi had a good hit in center ice. 12 minutes to go, second period. No score in the game. King with the puck, working against Bob Beers. Turcotte moving in. It's kicked free by Beers. Another hit by Domi prompts a roar from the crowd. And it's forced clear. Janney getting to the puck. Bumped by Hardy. And then hit by King, and Hardy takes over. Turcotte, lead for Domi. Domi moves in. He shoots, save, Del Judas.
Domi should remember those. He doesn't get many chances. The Rangers usually.
11:21 to go in the second period.
In these uncertain times, look after yourself, your family, your friends. But know when it comes to your finances, we are here for you.
What can I do for you today?
Take a look at the portfolio and make adjustments.
I'm free to chat if you have any more questions.
Our JP Morgan advisors are working from home to help guide you through this. For more than 200 years, we've helped our clients navigate historic challenges. And we will get through this one together.
Ty Domi, he got a chance in Boston, and he got one here tonight.
And before Domi's chance, the Rangers had themselves a scoring chance as Chris King hit the goal post. Second time this period, James Patrick has put his hands up thinking goal, but it didn't go in. Here's Carpenter taking that Janney pass. Look where Van Beesbrook is. He just came right out, made Carpenter hold up, and then Patrick was able to control him. So, Bill, you want to go down and talk to Ty Domi about his lack of chances?
Years ago, when Emil Francis had the team, his assistant told me he had a great hockey player by the name of Gene Carr. I'll continue the next.
Go ahead, Bill.
By the name of Gene Carr. I should go see him. So I went to the training camp in Kitchener to watch Gene Carr, and he could fly with the blonde hair, act like he had a big wig on. and he scored a goal or two. And I said to the Ranger coach at that time, I said, do you think he's going to continue that? Oh, yeah. So finally the Rangers get Gene Carr. Gene Carr skated all year. I made the remark he couldn't put the puck in the ocean standing on the end of the pier. I'll refine that. Domi couldn't put it in the Pacific, and that's a bigger ocean.
Oh, Bill. Tim Kerr played a little defense.
Yeah.
He broke up the play and then came back on offense here.
Play really starting to open up here. And watch this snapshot on the net. Still Judas for a young man, Sam. Plays a pretty smart game of goal. He plays the angles well, doesn't fool with rebounds. And talking to Chris Nyland, he said he's got a real strong attitude. It's teetering on the brink of cockiness, but there's nothing wrong with that when you're a goaltender. If you have ability and a lot of confidence, it's good.
Well, the Bruins re-signed Reggie Lemelin as insurance. They weren't sure if Del Judas was ready or not. They're giving him a chance to prove it.
And they have another one by the name of John Blue, who's gone to their farm team in the American League, who played just as well as Del Judas throughout training camp. So they're strong in that area.
Talking about goaltenders, can the Rangers afford to keep a Van Griesbach and a Richter?
Depends.
It's pretty tough, John.
It's very tough, Bill, on the one that doesn't play very much. And the reason why that is because the salary discrepancies between a #1 goaltender nowadays and a #2 could be up to $500,000 a year with the big numbers you're seeing nowadays. Now, if Mike Richter, say, becomes the #1 and plays all the games and makes whatever he makes, $600,000–700,000 a year, will a backup goaltender be happy making 3 or 4? John Van Biesbroek, I think, would love to be a #1 goaltender somewhere and get up into the $700,000–800,000 range. That's become a major part of it.
Do you think, John, that if John Van Biesbroek continues to play like this, that he may force a rotation system, much like we saw last year?
Absolutely. Why not? He certainly deserves it so far. I'm glad the coaches went with him tonight, Sam. He earned the opportunity to play.
Definitely earned it.
And the Rangers coaching staff certainly saw that and decided against starting Richter, but going with John.
That shot going wide. Van Biesbroek got a piece of it. Bob Sweeney took the shot. 10:15 to go in the second period. No score. Rangers and Bruins. It's the home opener for the Rangers here at Madison Square Garden. Gartner trying to get into the zone. Bruins send it out. Bob Sweeney with the puck. Rangers send it the other way. Bruins have had only 3 shots on goal here in the second period. We're past the midway point. Steve Leach moving in. He shoots. Deflected. That one sent all the way across. Hardy blocked that shot by Steve Leach. Here's a lead for Messier. Gartner down the middle. Messier is tied up along the boards by Bork, who wrestled him down along with Skriko. Quintal gets to it. Rangers break it up, keep it in the zone. Quintal has it again. Skriko gives it back to the Rangers. Brian Leach takes over. Paul Broughton. Fans getting into it with a Let's Go Rangers chant. No score in the game. Skriko gave it away. Shaw sending it in from center ice. Paul Broughton to the puck. Good hit by Bork. Quintal takes the puck. Battle in the corner. Coming out of the corner is Graves for the shot that was stopped by Del Judas. Bork tries to clear it, and he does. Wes Waltz gets over 2-on-1 with Nyland. Leach is back. Feed to Nyland, too far. Nyland's got the puck. Back pass to Quintal. Off the boards to Waltz. Picked up by Nemchinov. Leach has the puck. Leach, nice moves. Again, tripped up. An offside was whistled.
Adam Graves just offside as Leach shows a little excitement.
8:33 to go. Section 2, 7 o'clock Friday night preseason basketball. Hope you'll tune in. Take a look at Patrick Ewing, Xavier McDaniel, Charles Oakley. Pretty impressive forward line. Gary Galley with a puck. Jenny with a lead for Peter Duras. Quick shot going wide. And a whistle. Oh, something going with Domi.
And I think that's Byers. I'm not 100% sure. Yes,
yeah. Byers or Herbie?
Herbie, maybe.
It's Herbie.
Herbie, 43, that a big defenseman. And Herbie threw some lefts And then Domi had to switch, and he caught Hervey with a pretty good left, knocking him down.
Domi should be well rested. I don't think he's ever played a whole hockey game.
I'm going to give him your address out in Long Island.
Oh, Jesus. He couldn't play for me.
Hey, watch this. Hervey surprises, I think, by throwing the left. So Domi switches, and watch him catch him right there. There's been a lot of talk, guys, about Joey Kocur having problems with his hand, and that's why he's not playing. And that's just not true. His hand is fine. He's had a hip flexor problem. He did skate today for the first time. In fact, in talking to Kocur this morning, Sam, he was a little put off at a newspaper report in Detroit saying the reason he's not playing is because of a fight he had and he re-injured his hand. He said his hand's fine.
If anything, he's trying to rush himself back. They told him to take it easy and rest. He's trying to push himself on the ice and just aggravated the hip injury by skating too quickly.
John, how much do we need this type of a hockey player? Why don't you give me a Dave Schultz that'll get 15 and 20 goals for you?
Oh, yeah, but try and find him, Bill.
And
There's not many proverts around.
You don't need this type of a hockey player anymore. The game's too wide open.
They're called peacemakers now.
Oh, are they?
They keep the peace.
Some of them couldn't hit the other guy with a handful of peas.
Hervey and Domi, 5 minutes each for fighting at 11:50. If you joined us late, the big whistle has returned to the broadcast booth. Never a shy person.
Not on a step either, huh, Billy?
I've had a long rest, John.
Carpenter wheeling and shooting wide. 7:50 remaining, second period. Carpenter on with Duras and Janney. Carpenter battling against Moeller. Janney picked up by Rochefort. Van Beesbroek plays the puck. Quintal with a shot. Van Beesbroek got a piece of that. Van Beesbroek lost his goal stick again. That happened a couple of times in the game in Montreal. Van Beesbroek without a stick. Rangers trying to freeze it or get it out of the zone. They do. Van Beesbroek recovers his stick as the play comes down the other end. Galley fires it over the Rangers bench into the crowd, and play stops with 7:17 to go. Second period and no score.
So there you are, seriously hurt when you trip and fall. What do? Call 911 and call the right lawyer. Why? Evidence disappears, witnesses move, videos are erased. The right lawyer can build a strong case for you, like we've done for over 40 years, recovering over $1 billion for our New York clients. Don't call any lawyer, call the right lawyer.
Call Michelle Merman at 1-800-HURT-NOW. Justice is no accident with the right lawyer.
Back at Madison Square Garden, no score in the game. Rangers and Bruins. And the Bruins, John, who do not have much offense, are happy to keep the score down and keep this a tight, low-scoring game.
Absolutely, Sam, and maybe rely on a power play if that opportunity arises. Things become very important at this stage of the game. Line changes, matchups, bad penalties, and the Rangers have given up a couple of 2-on-1s that the Bruins haven't been able to complete their plays on.
Hardy sliding it wide. Gartner looking for it. Patrick toward the net. Stopped the rebound. Saved Del Judas. As John O'Grodnik reached for it, and Del Judas able to stop it.
It's always something to watch, Bill. Goal scorers when the second effort time around the net to get it done. John O'Grodnik was being tackled by Beers. You'll see it right in front, yet he still sees a chance for a goal. There's a second effort to swipe a shot in on Del Judas.
This goaltender of Boston, John, spends a lot of time on his knees. He's down an awful, awful lot, and it's going to hurt him.
Do you think, you look back, goaltenders that are left-handed catch with their right hand. A lot of them seem to be guys that play like Tony Esposito, spend a lot of time down. Grant Fuhrer spends a lot of time down.
Well, Tony had great hands, and of course, when he did get down, he had the whole net covered with that butterfly stance he had.
They have to be quick.
This kid reminds me of a little bit.
He's quick, real quick.
Bruins on the move. Sweeney across to Steve Leach. Leach centering through. Gartner trying to play it out of the zone and stopped. And we have a penalty coming up. Let's see. There's an interference call, and it looks like it's on the Bruins. Jeff Lazaro will go, and the Rangers will go on the power play with 6:49 to go in the second period.
You have to look into all scenarios. That's what Adam Silver's saying. So let's look at this.
Bill, you got to remember, everyone else in the sports world is using analytics, and we are going to be using Alan-lytics. So Alan's got his own little thing going on right now. I like it, Alan.
I like that, J-Dog.
Here we are, the Three Musketeers. John Davidson, the big whistle. It's great to see you, Bill.
Really great to be here. Having a ball.
Now, you told us something we didn't know. You invented all the signals for the referees?
Yeah. When I broke into the National Hockey League in 1939, I didn't know what to do with my hands. And fortunately, when something happened, I made a signal. The Rangers, not the Rangers, but the National Hockey League adopted them, by the way, the year after I retired.
Did they change any along the way, or did they keep the ones primarily?
Oh, a few, but mine was better.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that, Bill.
Modesty,
yeah, love it.
Jeff Lazaro for interference. Rick Bowness. Let's see, the Rangers have got somebody sent into the penalty box as well, Mark Hardy. Mark Hardy's been sent to the penalty box.
I only saw him make one call.
And on the scoreboard, it looks as though the Rangers, Sam, are the team shorthanded.
So that's right. Originally, Lazaro went to the penalty box. He was questioning the call.
Well,
and
I tell you, honestly,
turns out to be against the Rangers.
Ron Hogarth pointed towards Lazaro. Both Lazaro and Hardy wear number 14. He may have just made a quick little mistake. Finally got it straightened out, and Mark Hardy's in the penalty box.
So it's a Boston power play. They're fourth of the game. They're 0 for 3. It is Hardy for interference at 13-11. Bruins have had only 4 shots on goal here in the second period. The Rangers have had 12. Rangers are outshooting the Bruins 23-13, but there's no score in the game.
Boston's always had a history of being a great defensive hockey club. Even in their prime years, when they had some of the scorers, they won the hockey games like most good hockey clubs do, playing defense.
Janney, Ruzicka, Carpenter, Wesley, and Bourque for the power play. Rangers have Broughton and Turcotte with Shaw and Rochefort. Wesley, big shot, deflected by Shaw. Into the crowd it goes. Rosie Ruzicka, once again, not seeing too much time at even strength. He's had a couple of even strength shifts. He's a good offensive player.
He's a player that when you look at a game like this, Sam, the scoreless with 6:26 remaining in the second period, you look to people who can get it done offensively. He has scary offensive skills. He can't be counted on defensively. He can't be counted on to play well every shift.
Bill,
but watch out.
Sorry, John. Bill, you've watched the evolution of the league. Now we're seeing more and more Soviet players coming into the league. What are your thoughts about the way things have changed?
Well, I think it's a world-class game now, and you're going to have all the countries involved. And thank God the Russians are over here to play, the Poles are over here, the Czechs are over here, and some of them are real good hockey players. It's surprising how well they can play on the small ice after being on that big ice with 10 feet longer in the ends and 10 feet wider. By the way, how is a Russian playing for the Rangers?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Nemchinov got the game-winning goal Saturday night in overtime. He certainly doesn't look out of place, Bill. Centered, and it went in. It looked like it went in off a skate.
Either Randy
and he was in the crease also on the right-hand side.
Either Carpenter's skate or Moeller's skate. Now, the two linesmen have gone directly to Ron Hogarth to ask about the play. And if the referee wants, he can appeal for the replay on the play.
Is he allowed to do that one as to how it went in the net?
On a goal only. He has the right to request a replay to see if it goes in or if it's directed in off the skate blade. Look to the right side of Van Beesbrook. It appears to be a skate in the crease.
Player is in the
crease. Right, Bill. His left skate appears to be in the crease. Here's Carpenter moving in. Moeller is with him. The play will move across.
There it is.
And it goes off his left skate.
Actually, he directed, his foot was in the crease. It seemed to me he directed it with his toe.
Yeah, it looked like it, Jess. Carpenter was looking down with his head to the right a little bit. And they are, I think, checking this out for instant replay. That last replay shows it clearly that it went off his skate. But the question is, did he direct it in?
But the question doesn't have to go that far, John. His skate was in the crease.
That was right on the top of the line, Bill, when the puck met the skate blade. Right on the top of the line. It ended up in the crease after the puck went in.
I didn't think he was in the crease, Bill. I thought it ended up in the crease.
It ended in the crease. It started.
But I think the big question is the redirection.
You guys got 4 eyes between you. I only got one.
It'll be interesting here. Hogarth. Now watch. See,
there's the puck in the crease. Where's his foot when it hits?
It's right on the line. Right on the red line. Now it moves inside the crease. Great replay from the MSG crew. Now, how does Ron Hogarth interpret that? That's his department. He's standing at center ice. I think he's going to say goal. There's the booth where the instant replay people are. They have a number of tape machines, a number of monitors.
No goal. Betcha.
Oh, he's talking too much to the Rangers here, and he's staying at center ice. The Rangers look like they're arguing
but the
point.
other guy is still looking at the television. Maybe
Hardy's coming out.
He has All in the Family on.
Yeah. Hardy's come out of the penalty box. They're letting it stand.
I think what they're saying is he was not in the crease, and they're saying that he did direct it in with a skate, but not on purpose. When they showed the replay of Carpenter's whole body, Carpenter's head was looking down and to the right. And I don't think they must feel that it hit his skate and went in, but not directed on purpose.
The goal stands. And it is a power play goal for the Boston Bruins. It gives them a 1-0 lead. And now Ron Hogarth is, I guess, getting another phone call.
It's a rather lucky break for the Bruins in the way it went off of Carpenter's skate. They may have changed this thing now if they caught a different angle. Carpenter's head is over to the right. And it goes off his skate blade. There's absolutely no doubt. The skate goes into the crease after the puck hit his skate blade. You agree with that, guys?
Yes, I do.
Well, look at the fans. Maybe they're trying to help out the the people making their decision. There may be a change of mind here.
Let's see.
And there's no doubt the league has said, Sam and Bill, that there would be some problems with video replay because it's just new. They didn't use it through preseason. It's now being re-reviewed by the looks of it.
I thought it was on. They had a limit of 2 minutes.
That was the original, but I read one story where they went as long as 4 minutes at one game over the weekend.
Now it looks like Hogarth may be changing his mind here, telling Ray Bork that it is not a goal. Maybe they've changed their minds, saying that he did direct it in on purpose.
John, the way I see it,
yeah,
his foot was in the crease when the puck hit his foot.
You agree, Sam?
I thought it wasn't, but I did think there's no question it went off.
It went off his skate blade, and it was directed in off his skate blade.
Do I get overtime for this period with this amount of time being wasted?
The question is, it's no goal, gang. No goal.
Attaboy, Chad.
There you go. And the fans like it.
Attaboy. How much do you owe me, John?
That's it, big boy.
Rick Bonus doesn't like it.
The referee's right.
The replay is great. Wait till the one goes against the Rangers. They'll tear the building down.
I hope they have strong glass in front of the replay officials' booth. Now Ron Hogarth, there's the 0 back up on the board.
They did say there would be problems. And we've seen it here already with a change halfway through. The question, or what I see as the question on the play, is whether or not the puck was directed in purposely off the skate blade. If it goes off the skate blade and it's not directed in, it counts. It can be an accidental play.
Not if his foot's in the crease.
His foot was not in the crease when the puck hit it.
That's where you and I
differ.
I say he didn't direct it in with his skate.
Watch his left foot, Bill. This skate blade is on the red line when the puck hits it. It goes in into the crease after, but it appears as though he directed the puck in.
That one showed me he directed it.
Yeah, that's the ruling by the people. The motion of his foot going left pushed the puck in, and that's why no goal. And
the normal speed is the best way to look at that.
Yeah, you're
play.
absolutely right. His foot is not in the crease at the time of the contact, but he directs it in.
Sure.
He moves left.
Very definite.
Now it looks that on that with the normal speed as though that's exactly what happened.
So
I'll give you half a point, John.
Power play resumes. 50 seconds left in the man advantage for Boston. There is still no score. 5.5 minutes to go, second period. Craig Janney drops it off and was cleared out. Rangers have Messier and Graves on the ice with Rochefort and Moeller. Wesley picks up the loose puck. Wesley and Bork, Ruzicka, Carpenter, and Janney. Janney drops it in the Rangers zone. Moeller breaks it up. Messier sends it all the way down. Final seconds of the Boston power play. Janney has to wait as Bob Sweeney went in ahead of the play. And Hardy returns, and the teams are at full strength as Mike Gartner goes in. Gartner against Bork. Bork took him out. Bob Sweeney tries to lead Janney. Shaw picks him up and takes the puck away. 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. There's no score in the game. Rangers have hit the post twice and a crossbar once, and the Bruins had a goal taken off the board as the replay reversed, and they've also hit the post once. Ken Hodge. Bruins, John, showing some early discipline, will not stay in New York tonight. They will charter to Buffalo instead for their next game, which is Wednesday night. Offside Rangers.
Maybe the hotel rooms are cheaper.
In cooperation with Sharp Electronics, the New York Rangers alumni team will play a charity game on Saturday, October the 19th at 7 o'clock at Sportorama in Muncie, New York. The game benefits the Ramapo Youth Hockey Association. You can see former Ranger greats Marcel Dion, Ron Greschner, Nick Fatiu. Tickets are on sale at Sportorama box office. The phone number 914-356-3919.
Now, Nick Fatiu is in better shape now than when he played, and he was in great shape when he played. He'll be banging people. I can just see it.
Did you ever tell Fatiu he couldn't put the puck in the ocean?
Well, he knew that. Oh, nobody had to tell him that. There's a typical example. He'd get 3 goals a year, and 2 of them would be off his derriere.
Great guy to have around, though, Billy. He was a lot of fun.
He told good stories.
Oh, yeah.
What a great story himself. The boy from Staten Island making the Rangers. It's a great story.
Well, I know a guy from 122nd Street and 2nd Avenue made the referee.
That was you?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Staten Island's not part of New York.
3.5 minutes to go here in the second period.
How many fans did we lose with that week?
I've been getting more mail after 1 period here than I will have in 3 months.
Offside Boston on the play. 3:20. Carpenter and Broughton 2 minutes each for roughing at 16:55. Saved Del Judas on the shot by Patrick. Patrick again. Del Judas to save. Bounces down. Lazaro sends it across to Steve Leach. Bob Sweeney playing it into the corner. Messier with a hit, and a penalty's coming up. Looks like Messier for cross-checking, and it will be. And he doesn't like the call.
2:39 left here in the second period. The Rangers with their second consecutive penalty. You see Messier move across here in the corner. And I think the second, it wasn't the original hit. It was the second body contact or push with a stick that Hogarth ruled illegal.
A lot of times you can get away with the first one, but don't repeat it.
So not only do the Rangers go down a man here, but they lose Messier, who's been killing a lot of their penalties, and they lose one of their valuable face-off men in the defensive zone in Mark Messier in what is a scoreless game right now.
17:21 the time of the penalty. 5th power play for the Bruins, who are 0 for 4 and have had a total of 4 shots on the power play. Did not get a shot on goal the last one. Shot by Beers, and Van Beesbrook to save. Hodge, Sweeney, and Skriko for Boston up front, with Beers and Bork at the points. Rangers have Graves and Nemchinov, Moeller and Rochefort. Ken Hodge. Sweeney and Rochefort for the puck. Rochefort takes Sweeney out. Good hit by Nemchinov in the corner. Beers has the puck. Now Bork.
What a hockey player that guy is.
Oh, one of the greats. Sweeney. Bork back for Sweeney into the corner to Hodge. He moves it around for Skriko. Nemchinov goes over to take him and able to clear the puck.
Nemchinov doesn't seem to mind the tough going.
Not at all. Hardy moves it around the boards. Beers tried to play it ahead. It was blocked. Rangers have Waite and Nemchinov on now. Janney along the boards with a puck. 1.5 minutes to go in the period. 48 seconds left in the power play. Bork. Nyland set up in the slot. Deflection hit the post. Or Van Beesbroek got a piece of it as he moved over. Cleared out by Nemchinov to Waite. Now a 3-on-1 develops. Waite to Nemchinov, and he failed on the shot.
Yeah, he tried to move it back to Doug Waite, and he got taken out of the play by Beers. Nemchinov's got to shoot in that particular position. He tried to be a little bit too much of a teammate and be unselfish.
Less than a minute to go in the second period. No score in the game. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Turcotte with the puck heading in.
Well, so many things can happen if you shoot the puck.
Final seconds. The power play is over. Teams are at full strength. 35 seconds to go in the period. Still no score. Bruins 0 for 5 on the power play. Hey, one of your favorite former Rangers, Barry Beck, is here.
Shoot the puck, Barry.
Waite with it. Toward the net. Knocked down by Turcotte.
I think that's what got me fired.
Oh, baby.
Werblin didn't like shoot the puck, Barry.
Janney with it. Taken away by Turcotte. Now Duras has it back. The period ends. And that's it. So the Bruins thought they had the lead when one went in on the power play, but it was wiped off by instant replay. And the second period ends with no score. And Bill Chadwick, it's great to see you as always. Great to have you back on the microphone with
Sam,
us.
thank you very, very much. Thanks for your patience.
Bill, it was
John,
a lot of fun. Good seeing you, buddy.
In all due respect to all of the colormen in the National Hockey League, in my opinion, you are the best. By so far, it's not even a contest.
It's a lot of fun seeing you again, Bill, and you look great. Thank you.
End of 2 here at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers and Bruins scoreless. Bruce with his special game on the power play. And the Rangers are 0 for 3. Bruins had a 2-man advantage in the first period for 46 seconds and failed to capitalize. Mark Messier goes against Bob Sweeney for the faceoff. Messier, Ogrodnik, and Gartner. Shaw and Leach for the Rangers. Sweeney, Carpenter, and Steve Leach for the Bruins. We have Beers and Bork on defense. Del Judas getting his first start. Here's Gartner, set up intended for Leach, comes out of the zone. Shaw comes all the way down. This will be an icing on the Rangers. Matt Del Judas played in 1 game last season, played 10 minutes, and that was in a relief role. So he is starting his first NHL game. He is 24 years old, plays at the University of Maine, and last year played for Maine in the American Hockey League and won 23 games.
So Sam, he's now played 50 minutes and 37 seconds, pardon me, and has yet to let a goal in the National Hockey League.
Not bad.
Not a bad debut. Rangers have not been able to get to him too much for rebound shots and things. Rangers did start the period with Messier opposite Sweeney once again, a matchup we've seen a lot of at even strength.
Rangers now have Nemchinov to take the faceoff with Graves and Broughton. Ruzicka. Now Graves steps in for the faceoff. Ruzicka won it. Wesley back to Quintal. Quintal with a long shot. Van Beesbroek the save. Moeller gets to the puck before Lazaro, able to clear it out to Broughton. Bruins recover. Cross ice pass broken up by Graves. Quintal across, but Duras still in the zone, and the Bruins are offside. Peter Duras, excuse me, that's Stefan Quintal, former first-round draft pick.
He's drafted number 14 overall in 1987, Sam, and he's been up and down with the Bruins over the previous 3 seasons and with the Bruins from the beginning of this one. But he does openly admit now that perhaps he shouldn't have been up and down as much as he was, and maybe he should have spent more time in the minors and would have increased his maturity as a player if he had done so.
Bruins have some depth on defense. Glenn Featherstone is out tonight with a hip injury. Good check by Patrick on Duras. Lamonti wheels it around. Quintal unable to stop it. And Del Judas out to play it. Fires cross up ahead at the blue line. Ruzicka with a lead for Lazaro. Back to Ruzicka. Centers for Duras. And it was knocked aside. Rangers go the other way. Kerr playing it into the corner. Del Judas up the boards for Duras. Waite stops him. Duras able to clear the zone, take him back. Knocked away from Lamonti. And Hardy goes for it.
Del Judas, we mentioned he likes to see the style of Van Beesbroek. He handles the puck as well as Van Beesbroek does. We've seen a couple of times here in the third period he's had to elevate the puck out, and he got it done.
Talking about the Bruins defense, they also have Don Sweeney who's out with an injury, so they have 8 defensemen with the big team. Also missing Dave Poulin, who continues to miss time because of injuries. Nice move by Broughton, avoiding the check, sending it in. Rangers have to go back to get it. 2.5 minutes gone by in the third period. There's no score in the game. Mark Messier. Brian Leach. Nice move around Hodge. Goes to Ogrodnik. Now Leach. Moving in. Ogrodnik. He scores! What a great rush by Leach and Ogrodnik, and the Rangers lead 1-0.
The Mark Messier line on the ice, and Brian Leach lugs the mail. Up ice he goes. He beats one man, moves the puck wide, and that's Ogrodnik on the off wing. Leach cuts through 2 other men. Nobody picked up Ogrodnik, and a little redirection in behind Del Judas. Leach was smart enough that when he moved the puck, he kept in on the play. There's Ogrodnik beating the Youngbro netminder. 1-0 Rangers here early in the third period.
Pretty play by Brian Leach. And we were commenting over the weekend, John, that Brian Leach hadn't really gotten into the flow, that he had just played the 2 games, had missed all of training camp, and when he returned from Canada Cup, he was injured, so he had to sit for a while.
He told me he feels he has the jump in his legs, Sam. This morning he said the endurance is not there yet, but the jump was. Well, he jumped into that play and led it for Ogrodnik to finish.
Ogrodnik with his first from Leach and Messier at 2:43, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. Mark Messier now with assists in his first 2 games as a New York Ranger. Bobby Carpenter centering for Peter Duras. It goes through. That shot. Score! Bruins answer right back.
Sam, I was just going to say it. One thing about the Bruins, when you score a goal on them, they come back all the time with a strong shift. They did that against the Rangers in New York on Thursday night. The Rangers scored early in Boston in the third period. The Bruins came back. Here Van Beesbroek's down. As he gets up, Bork has already released the shot. You've seen 2 great plays in this third period by 2 great defensemen. Leach on one, and then here watch Bork. See, that's an offensive play. He jumps in, gets to this puck, and just knows Van Beesbroek's trying to recover, and there's the shot. The Bruins will attack after allowing a goal. Thursday night in Boston, make that.
We know you were there. Second goal for Ray Bork. Ties the game. Bob Carpenter getting one of the assists. Craig Janney got the other. That shot blocked in front. Quintal has it. Kept in by Patrick.
See how Roger Nielsen comes right back with Messier's line after the goal against. They were on when the goal was scored.
Messier's pass went behind Ogrodnik. Bruins come the other way. Bob Sweeney brings it across. He's taken out of the play by Patrick. Hardy has the puck. Long outlet for Gartner. Taken back by Jeff Lazaro. 3:21 the time of the goal. Bork from Carpenter and Janney offside Boston on the play. 15:56 to go. Third period. Each team with a goal here in the third, and we're still tied.
We now move ahead in the action.
Adam Graves going to the bench and getting a hand from the crowd.
They appreciated a great shift. Here he moves into the Bobby Carpenter with a nailing body check, and then he gets involved in an offensive play right here. Great save by Del Judas. Sam, it's maybe by coincidence. Graves was put on left wing on that shift for the first time in this game with Mark Messier, and it seemed to make Graves play at a higher pace. We now have Ogrodnik playing on a line with Turcotte and Kerr, so there's been some juggling of lines by the Ranger coaching staff.
Kerr taking the face-off in the offensive zone. Bork moving it around the boards. Nyland forced it out. Waltz going for it, hooked by Shaw. Nyland playing it in deep. Ryan Leach along the boards. Nyland plays it into the corner. Checked there by Turcotte. Waltz trying to get away from Shaw. Intercepted by Kerr. 3-on-2 out of the zone. Ogrodnik, Turcotte left, Kerr right. Ogrodnik to Turcotte. Save Del Judas. He's got it in the pads.
Good speed by Turcotte. Or pardon me, by Waits as the make that Turcotte as he moved up ice. Pardon me. Kerr with a good pass. And you'll see here Turcotte stay wide using his speed, taking the pass from John Ogrodnik. Del Judas played the angle well again. He's had 3 or 4 angle shots, a couple by Nemchinov, one by Messier, this one here by Turcotte that he's played the angle very well on. Staying on his feet a little more now.
Shots are 34-21 in favor of the Rangers. Game tied 1-1. Goals by Ogrodnik at 2:43 and Bork at 3:21 of the third period. Matt Del Judas, 24 years old, from West Haven, Connecticut. Went to the University of Maine, and this is his first NHL start. And he's looked good. Andy Moog played the first 2 games for the Bruins against the Rangers and the Islanders. And Reggie Lemelin not dressed tonight.
Interesting. Moog's lifetime win-loss record is 9-1-3 against the Rangers. And they went with a youngster.
That pass intercepted by Doug Waite. Waite now on with Amonte and Nemchinov. Outlet to Nemchinov off his stick. Beer sending it away. It was knocked down by Nemchinov, but Amonte was trapped in the offensive zone. Not 6:21 to go. Third period. 1-1 the score. Another Yankee manager gets fired.
Baseball's as bad as hockey.
Interview with Ron Duguay. That should be interesting as well. That shot deflects up into the crowd, and Bob will have highlights of the 2 hockey games.
I think Ron Duguay, Sam, is here in the audience watching tonight's game. He was scheduled to be here to watch. Ron Greshner, I understand, has been talking to Ron these days. Ron going back to San Diego to play a little pro hockey, I understand.
Ron Duguay, not Ron Greshner.
Ron Duguay, yeah, get that straight.
How about Grant Fuhr getting a shutout tonight against the St. Louis Blues?
2 things you look at there. One, the Blues getting shut out. That didn't happen often last year with Brett Hull in the lineup. And then Grant Fuhr, best goaltender in the world. And a long talk with Cliff Fletcher during the Canada Cup about goaltenders, and he was wondering about who he should trade for. And I said, if you can, go for the best. And he said, Fuhr, what do you think? He said, yeah, we'll see if we can do it. He did it, and I think that just gives them something to really build on with their fine goaltending.
Blues opening up with 2 games on the road and scoring only 2 goals in the 2 games. Shaw clearing the zone. Blues go home to play Edmonton.
Interesting, both Chicago and St. Louis start a little slow.
Puck pushed into the corner by Amante. Plays it around the weight. Rather to Nemchinov. Taken away by Bork. Ruzicka clears the zone. 5:40 to go in the third. 1-1 the score. Takeaway by Janney. Janney pulls up, looks to make a play. Wesley to Janney. Janney tried to center. It was blocked by Brian Leach. Rangers get out. Amante moving down. Amante against Wesley. Wesley takes it away. Glenn Wesley. Tough to play in the shadow of Ray Bork. He's one of the fine defensemen in the league. Ruzicka taken out. Janney and Amante go to the boards for the puck. Kick free and Doug Weight comes out. Rangers rush out of the zone. 3-on-2 develops. Weight breaking wide against Galley. Weight going all the way. Weight around the net. Wraparound. Stopped by Del Judas. Good individual effort by Doug Weight. Rangers take it away again, and it's Doug Weight with the puck. Weight joined by Graves. Weight doesn't want to give up the puck here, John.
Not too much, does he? Rangers going with primarily 10 forwards here. Domi and Chris King watching on what is.
Rangers were offside. Brought a whistle with 4:36 remaining in the third period of a 1-1 game.
Seemed like the Rangers gave Messier, along with Gartner and Graves, a long rest after that last good shift. First time they've been back on the ice since they were really good in the offensive zone.
Bobby Carpenter with the puck. Off the corner boards, Brian Leach moves it up. Good hit by Messier. Adam Graves lifting it up, knocked down by Beers. That's an offside. He was out of the zone, bringing it back in. 4:11 remaining in the third period. This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated is prohibited. .4:11 to go. Messier and Hodge for the face-off. Wes Waltz. Waltz moving in against Brian Leach. Centers, and it's intercepted by Messier coming back. Moves it to Mike Gartner. Gartner fans on the shot. Gartner is 2 goals away from the 500 mark. Thought he had 499 earlier. He's taken away on an interference call. Messier to Gartner. Sweeps it toward the net. Del Judas stopped it. Out comes Bork. Leach takes it back. Here's Graves. Gartner trailing. Poked away. Gartner's got it. Wrist shot blocked. Knocked aside by Del Judas. Peter Duras has it. Duras on the move. Duras with a quick shot that's gloved by Van Beesbrook, and he's got it. Gets the whistle with 3:08 to go in regulation time.
Kind of a tricky shot on John Van Beesbrook from Duras. And Van Beesbrook not taking any chances at all. Decided to simply hang on. Looked like Sam in front of the net here. The shot is taken, and I believe it was redirected off the defenseman Beers, who went down in front. You'll see Beers here drop down and goes off his leg. And Del Judas had to make a pretty good save. And who's there again but Raymond Bork to clear the front.
Puck tipped out, race for the puck. Turcotte gets there. He shoots, and it's tipped wide. Turcotte puts it in front, and it's blocked by Janney. Turcotte in the corner for Ogrodnik. Moved up the boards by Janney. Bruins able to take it out. Janney against Rochefort. Now it's Duras with the shot. Kicked away. Rebound missed. Janney going for it. Back passes out of the zone. 2:35 to go in regulation time. 1-1 the score. Along the boards, Steve Leach lost it, has it back, hits the outside of the net.
Rangers have Nemchinov and Waite on the same line here.
Bruins able to keep it in. Amante got upended, but he's back in the play, then gets hit by Steve Leach. Meanwhile, Nemchinov finds Mark Hardy moving forward and shooting wide of the net. Nemchinov to the puck, centers, and is blocked by Bob Sweeney. Bob Carpenter brings it out with Steve Leach on the right, and 1:55 to go. Third period, missed by Steve Leach, but an offside against the Bruins. One fist checking things out with 1:51 left in regulation time. And Hodge set to take the face-off. Off the draw, Bourque controls for Boston. He's pressed there by Broughton, moving it up the boards. Previous call wasn't an offside, it was an icing. Del Judas making the stop. It brought the face-off. Bruins moving down. Chris Nyland taken out of the play. Bourque is in deep in the offensive zone. He's tied up by Randy Moeller, and the Rangers clear it out. 1:20 to go in the third period. Good hit along the boards.
Well, interesting, Domi and Broughton along with Chris King, very, very fresh on the ice. And they respond to Chris Nyland being on the ice. It gets a little bit nasty. 1:11 remaining.
Scoring first at 2:43, and then Ray Bourque tying it at 3:21. Gartner from Messier. Less than a minute to go, regulation time. Messier shoots at a save made by Del Judas. Knocked down by Gartner. Sharp angle shot blocked. Here's Graves shooting just wide. Good pressure again. Graves with a puck. Firing toward the net, was intercepted. Bourque clearing it out.
The Rangers got to try and find Messier behind the net on those, Sam. He waits behind to give the team an out, and then he'll move in front.
Shot toward the net by Carpenter, and a save by Van Beesbrook. Gurris has it swept aside, kept in by Galley and blocked. Patrick looking for the puck. Moving it up the boards. Rangers clear the zone, 18 seconds to go. Galley playing it across. Getting it back. Under 10 seconds. Moeller gets to it. And for the second consecutive game, the Rangers go to overtime with the exact same score. 1-1. Matt Del Judas has faced 23 shots. Excuse me, has faced 39 shots. He's made 38 saves. John Van Beesbrook has faced 23 shots. He's made 22 saves. And at the end of regulation time, the game is tied 1-1. Garden last year, Bruins won one, and they tied 5-5 in the other.
The Messier at center ice, Gartner on the right side, and Adam Graves on the left wing. That has looked good for this hockey club. Messier there golfs the rolling puck towards Del Judas, who made another save. Then the hit by Graves. That's what he'll do game in and game out all season long. Hit, hit, hit. And it wears other teams down. Good effort by Graves there, even though he missed the net. But that line looks pretty good. See how Messier's behind the net, Sam? A lot of times when the Rangers have the puck in the offensive zone, if they don't have a play, they'll know later on that Messier's back there. It's an outlet for them. Then he can set up the offense from the backside.
According to our statistician, John Rosasco, Mark Messier has played 21 minutes in the game. First two periods, about 6 minutes, maybe 6:20 each period. Almost 9 minutes in the third period. Matt Del Judas, his first NHL start, and it's been a good one as he tries to prove to the Bruins he's ready to play in the NHL. He played in the American Hockey League last year at Maine. John Van Beesbrook, his third straight start. And another solid game for him. That's this season. First overtime game for the Bruins, second for the Rangers, who won Saturday night on the goal by Sergei Nemchinov.
And Nemchinov starts overtime as the left winger for Doug Waite. Nemchinov had played center ice through the first 2 games and half of this one, but he's seen some action on the left side.
Look at this line to start. 3 first-year players. Waite, Amonte, and Nemchinov.
Now Bourque went off right away, Sam, and he'll wait till Messier's line comes on the ice before he returns.
Oh, just missed by Waite as he was set up by Amonte. Carpenter. Drop pass offside. The drop pass was behind the blue line. Carpenter went in ahead of the play.
See, the Bruins have to make their changes first. So Bourque started overtime. The Rangers countered with the Doug Waite line. So immediately Ray Bourque went off. And they replaced him with a different defenseman, Wesley. Now the Rangers make a change. What's happened here is Sweeney has gone off the ice. Roger Nielsen waited. Now he puts Messier to go opposite Hodge. Now the defensemen right now are looking back at the bench of the Bruins saying, okay, what happens when the puck's dropped? You want us to make a quick change. You can almost bet that when the puck's dropped, if Wesley has a chance, Bourque's going to jump on the ice.
Wesley and Beers are paired. They stay on. The Rangers force it in.
Hodge has gone off, and big Sweeney has stepped on the ice for that match.
Messier to Gardner, he scores! The Rangers win in overtime again. That.
Well, they're celebrating here in the Garden. Very few people left. I mean, overtime, and they're loving it. They're just standing and cheering.
The Rangers at 31 seconds of overtime on a goal by Mike Gartner, his first of the year and 499th of his NHL career, have beaten the Bruins 2-1, and another solid win for John Van Beesbroek. Mark Messier assisting on both goals in the game. And the Rangers are now 2-1. Back-to-back 2-1 overtime wins. Gartner from Messier at 31 seconds.
And you see the puck was put deep by the Rangers. And over there, the puck is kept alive by Mark Messier. He read the play before the puck could get moved around the boards and out of the zone. Here you see the puck backhanded around by Beers. Messier's waiting for it. Defense to offense quickly, and a snapping shot by Mike Gartner. Rangers win.
Cheers going up as Mark Messier is announced as the 3rd star. Matt Del Giudice of the Boston Bruins, the 2nd star and the #1 star of the game with 22 saves. John